Hey everybody, I'm giving away a real grade Strike Freedom Gundam thanks to Bandai Namco Entertainment America to celebrate the English release of Gundam Seed Battle Destiny Remastered. Check the video description for a link to the full announcement video, and good luck! Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a round in the newly buffed early production Gelgoog. This is a 550 round, so it is the level 4 of it. They gave it a little bit extra in ways of stats, just a few extra hit points, some extra expansion slots, and they also gave it the double tackle skill and improved its MMP 80. It now fires a lot faster, does a little bit more damage, and also has more range. So yeah, really nice overhaul for that. It's getting to the point where just about all the machine guns in GBO2 are starting to fire like they probably should have in the first place. So, and there's something over there with a charging weapon that I'm trying not to get hit by. I'm not sure what it is. I think they gave a charge to the GPO4's rifle. Or that may be a GP00 because I think I see the radome on the shoulder. But yeah, yeah, this had a little bit of a slow start on this round, but once I got going, it went pretty well. This is of course one of my favorite mobile suits to run. Oh, I bet it was a Methus Kai, but yeah, one of my favorites. It's good and solid, and just if you're good at landing shots in a beam rifle, you can do pretty great things with it because the Gelgoog beam rifle hits really, really hard. Let's see. And landed that. Probably should have closed. Okay, well, I got the kill. I was about to say I probably should have closed for melee, but kind of just want to try out the new MMP 80. And the only problem I'm having with it, and this is a me problem and it is entirely dumb, is that because it fires so much faster, there's like a certain rhythm I have years of being used to with using this machine gun. And so, because it's faster, it keeps running out of ammo way sooner than I expect, which is just kind of throwing me. So yeah, that's not a major thing. Like I said, just a mobile suit I have played enough to be going by feel a lot of the time. The feel has changed slightly, and yeah, it's gonna throw me at times. Let's see, we've got a Rick DS there. I'm not sure what is to my right. Oh, Prototype Zeta Gundam, which I managed to miss a stationary shot. Just took a little bit of warm up, I think, to get good results out of this. But like I said, the round does pick up. So, but yeah, like I said, I like it. I like how it feels. I like how it operates. Um, the only other buffed thing out of the 30 I've run so far is the high mobility Zaku. I think I mentioned yesterday. I like the new chain explosion grenades. I like the slightly improved Zaku machine gun. And I I forget whether overboost was from this set of boosts or the last one it got, but definitely you can make good use of it. So I'm not sure if the round I got is one I want to post or not. I'll have to take a closer look, but if it is, you'll probably see it like tomorrow. And pardon me if I sound a little stuffy. It is very sinusy. So yeah, I'm just hoping that the minor sniffling and crud getting out is taken care of by the noise gate. But yeah, I was really happy that downswing took on that Rick DS. That you know a little bit of a 50-50 shot as to whether or not people expect that. But yeah, about here where I managed to pick off a couple enemies is about where the round picks up for me. Just kind of starting to get back into a groove with the thing. And I'm pretty sure after this, I start landing more shots. Part of that is just aim, and part of it is just judgment. The fact that I'm waiting for things to be stationary before firing most of the time is half the battle. Pulling back because I don't want to be in that support fire. Luckily, it was nowhere near me, but yeah, just you can never be sure if it's you or not, so it cannot hurt to move. Let's see, took a shot from a GPO4. There is a GPO4 here, I'm pretty sure. And also that Zeta, or mass production Zeta, rather. I probably called it prototype before. There's a solid difference. I like the mass production better, but Psycho Gundam has now permanently scrambled mass production and prototype in my brain because the prototype Psycho Gundam is very similar to the mass production. And I have no idea why that shot did not stun my teammate, but I'm very pleased. See that whatever that is, I have advantage on it. And number 3 is fighting something around the corner. I'm going to go help. Yep, still that Zeta, which, yeah, like I said, the new MMP is really nice. I think it has a wider ASL range as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that part. I'll have to compare it to some of my older Gelgoog videos and see what I've got. Let's see, landed that, stopped pursuit. Yeah, like I said, the beam rifle is really good, and yeah, it's good for stopping things at range. GPO4, I think the GPO4 is under the illusion that some of its weapons have piercing when they don't, because I kind of get shot in the back a couple of times here. GPO4 is also amongst the buffs, so if it could be that person's first round in the improved GPO4, and that's fine. So right now, just like I said, I'm just starting to feel good about how the Gelgoog's working, so I'm not holding anything against anybody at this point. And yeah, this was just a nice little segment too. I got a couple of people, sniped one, countered the other, and yeah, managed to get out from behind enemy lines without getting killed. I was really pleased. You saw me start to go down in there, but when I saw the support fire being announced, it's like I don't want to be caught in an alley with that, so let's just leave. And that was the right choice, even though the support fire was not in the alley. Now that everybody's advancing, well, I'm going to deal with the enemy GPO4 here on the back lines, which I hit the shield, stopped it, didn't go with the second swing because I knew that the perfect Gundam was going to move in, so did not see the point in getting us tangled up. It's a lot of this game is just like split-second judgments, and most of the time that's not a good thing for me. But in a Gelgoog on a good day, okay, that does have piercing. Neat. I didn't realize. So, yeah, well, I haven't run it yet either, so. But yeah, well, as long as they were shooting me in the back for a reason, that's all I can say. But yeah, just like when in the right suit, when I feel relative confidence in it and understanding of its workings, I think I make better decisions. It's not just knowing the suit itself that helps. It's just like the lack of hesitation from knowing the suit very well that helps. So, if that makes any sense. Brains are weird. But we have a decent lead with 10 seconds to go. Gonna move in on this GPO4. Somebody else is right behind me. That is perfectly fine. We got it. And yeah, I'm going to try and land some shots at least, but that I think is about all we've got time to do. Yep, that is the round. Yeah, like I said, early production Gelgoog feels really good. I am happy with it, and yeah, I never stopped using it. I'm still going to be using it. Top score, 4685 out of 13,000. I'm very pleased with that. 7 to 1, 76,000 damage. Yeah, that works. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Okay, so the specifics of the buffs. Hit points on the level 1 went from 15,000 to 16,000. The upper levels also got more hit points. Every level of Gelgoog has instant thruster precision system, which is the double tackle skill. I didn't end up using that much this round, but generally when I'm about to tackle, I've already used some boost, so I'm not going to get the most out of that 9 times out of 10. Level 3 and up, so the one I was using got instant thruster precision level 2, which I think is just a little bit more boost efficient on the double tackle. A special leg buffer on the level 1 has been increased to level 2, so extra damage reduction from leg shots. On the level 2, it went from 1 to 3, and on the level 3 and up, it went from leg buffer level 2 to 3. So, It got one extra slot in each of the 3 locations, starting at level 2. The level 2 had 15 upper, 17 mid, and 8 long, and it now has 16, 18, 9. The MMP-80 now has a power, again, at level 1 of 130 damage instead of the 120 it had previously. Got 50 meters more range, it went from 200-meter range to 250. The rate of fire was definitely increased, as I'm sure you saw, and it does more build stun now. So yeah, really great sub weapon. Like the between the rate of fire and the lower amount, the build stunning somebody with the MMP-80 was very time consuming on the Gelgoog previously. So yeah, it's definitely a good set of improvements. So, and in terms of numbers, at level 1, cost 400. The average win rate for generals at 400 is 50.7%. The Gelgoog had 40, early production Gelgoog had 45. Rival win rate was 51%, 51.4% on average. Gelgoog was 42.6. Damage dealt 59,042 is average at 400 for generals. It was doing 54,000. It was slightly up on MS losses, 3.1 as opposed to the average of 3.0. At 450, the win rate for generals is an even 50%. The level 2 Gelgoog was getting 39.6. Rival wins were similarly dire, 50.9% versus 30%. 66,000 damage on average for generals. It was doing 49,000. And MS loss, yeah, 3.2 is the average. It was 3.3. Yeah, so that I see why it got more hit points because that's above average on losses like the whole way up. And yeah, I'm not going to read off all 5 sets of blocks here, but if you want to see, the link is of course in the video description. But yeah, it was doing like 37 to 38% win rate like every level from 500 up. Rival win rate at level 5 was 28.1%. And damage actually drops off at level 5, went down to 49,000, where the average for generals is 76k. So yeah, definitely needed that, and like I said, happy how it's shaken out so far.